Right, here we go again. Number 17. Why are you doing this to me? I mean, I've got quite a lot of notes, but only two numbers? Three numbers. Wow. I guess notes are good. The last time I spent a lot of time on this area. Didn't really learn anything. I also focused a lot on, well, I tried to focus, I was beginning to focus a lot on if this could inform this or something, because they're connected by the fact that they overlap between the things. Or if maybe there's something where I can work out something here. I remember figuring out that the one had to be there and there, but maybe that affects something all the way on the other side of the grid. Something weird like that. I wasn't getting anywhere. I tried a bunch of combinations up here. I tried a bunch of combinations here. That's what this whole mess is. That's my combination block. And that was for those 4 cells. I couldn't rule anything out except obviously 2 of the options. I can't remember why. Oh, because they had both 1 and 7 in, except, yep, okay. Okay. So all these here, but figuring out any one of these doesn't help anything. I tried a bunch of options around here as well. I don't know what I'm doing. What do I do? Do I just keep poking around? What's currently feeling like the most? But then if I just focus on one area too much, I'm just going to be missing the actual way forward. Place I feel like I haven't focused on much at all is this. Or maybe I should have done. Maybe. But I swear I've sort of been through it and it's like every single one has 4 options. I have no idea how I'm going to go forward. I could just have multiple videos where nothing gets drawn. That would not be good. 4, 5. Okay, let's write on some more numbers though, because I know I can around here. So these need to have 2 less than them. So the options are 3, 4, 5, 6, because there also needs to be one bigger than it. 3, 4, 5, 6. And then this is going to be 2, 3, 4, 5. This is going to be 1, 2, 3. I was supposed to draw 4 for some reason. 4. So that could be 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, sure, good. It could. There's just way too many numbers there. And yeah. I just don't think there's anything I can constrain around there at all. This thing, how would I? This thing is good up here, but I can't narrow it down. Seemingly everything I try in there doesn't actually help me with anything. I would probably be able to start narrowing things down if I could figure out this, I guess. Because that affects that, which affects that. Not massively, to be honest. Well, that affected where the 1 would go here. So that would help, I guess, maybe. Did I try every possible number up here? I'm pretty sure I did. Should we do it again? 2. If that's a 2, then that could be a 3 or 4. That can be 4. That really narrows nothing down. Doesn't get anything out of here. So that's pointless. I've been through this. I remember doing it. 3 characters. That's 4. That's 5. So that narrows all those down. I'm getting very sloppy here. That then means that can't be 3. Doesn't really do much, does it? One, 7. 1, 7. This square's not doing very well. This square's doing quite well, but only in one column. And there's all this. This feels like it should be important. Well, I guess it is important. I think I just undid too much. Okay, there we go. I think I undid something off the screen, which is not great. Let's try and avoid that. This 5 and this 2 don't help each other much, do they? No. That's bigger than something. We've got a bigger, a bigger, a bigger here, so that means they're not one, not one, not one, not one. But I know that anyway, because I know the one's there. So that's no use. It doesn't really help that much to say there's not one, unless you end up with a single square that you know is not one. That you know isn't not one. Is not one. So it is one. This was good because a bunch of things were constraining each other. Such as... what was constraining each other? This constrains that. Right? So if this is 1 and 5, then that has to be 2 and... what are the options? 2 and 6, or 6 and 2. Or I haven't lined these up properly. Well, I haven't done it there either. So that's 1 and 5. Then there's 6 and 2, or it's... no, not 6 and 2. What am I about? 1 and 5, 2 and 7. 2 and 7. 2, 7, 2, 7. And if that's the other one, 1 and 5, 3 and 7, then this is 3 and 7. 1 and 6. Right. 1 and 6, yep. So the annoying thing there is let's say I figure that one, it doesn't actually tell me the way the other one is. It just tells me which pair of numbers it is. It doesn't tell me which way round it is. What did I figure out from this combination lock? Anything? 1536, 1536. Didn't I find out something like 1 and 7 appears in every single one? Yeah. So basically I was like, this is like a 1 or a 7. And depending on... but as part of some like larger thing, there's an asterisk for... it's like regular expressions. Sort of. A wild card. I mean, those 1 and 7s are not in the squares. I'm just drawing on top of this whole block. Which means that and that determine... they at least tell us something about this. I think it narrows down like half of the options. Is it 1, 2, 3, 4? Yeah, there's 8 total. So it narrows down half the options, but even that's not great. It's better than nothing. But that relies on me either figuring out this or figuring out that first. So that's not good. Where on earth do I go with this? 1s and 7s. 1s and 7s are everywhere. I know the 1 and 7 is there or there. That's a cool little thing. They're at the opposite ends of the grid, but they affect each other. And that's how I end up with a 5 there. So I know there's, yeah, in none of these spaces 1s or 7s. Do we always end up with a 1 and 7 here? It's either 1 and 5 and then 2 and 7, or it's 3 3 and 7 and 1 and 6. We do. So this is similar. This is also like a block that has like 1 and 7 in it. Okay. So that's a block with 1 and 7, and that's a block with 1 and 7. Does that help me with something? Hold on. Because that means... What does that mean? Obviously, they can't be in the same place if there's lots of different orientations they could be in that would work. That means that's not 1 and 7. Does that mean... Is that true? Yes. Because no matter what happens, we end up with a 1 and 7 in there. And that's not 1 and 7. Wait, whoa, that's not true. No, that's a 1 or 7. This is a 1 and 7. That's a 1 or 7. That is guaranteed to be a 1 and 7. So they're different things entirely. I was about to say that's not a 7 or a 1. That has to be a 1 and a 7. But no, that's because this is 1 or 7. So there may only be one of them in here, but there's at least one of them. But this is 1 and 7. So technically these are not 1 and 7. But I already know that's not 1 and 7. But now I know those two are not 1 and 7. I guess I knew that one, well, not really. It could have been, yeah. That doesn't tell me that that's not a 1 and 7. Not 1 and 7. That's also not a 7. But there's 3 options left. That needs something bigger than that. That's also not a 7. So one of these is a 7. That's interesting. If that were a 7, it would... wait, is this true? This always ends with a 1 and 7 in it, so this is not 1 or 7. It's still not 7 at least, because the 7's over here. That's not a 7 because it needs something bigger than it. That's not a 7 because there's a 7 up there. That's not a 7 because... I mean, this might be a 7. That would cross that off. That makes that a 5 and a 1. I mean, if that's a 7, then that's a 1. If either of these is 7, then that's not 7. Do I have a number? Do I have a number? These are 1 and 7 are in here, so they're not in here. Is that correct? Yes. Because they're the same row. That's not a 7. Okay, so basically I'm moving to this grid now. This is what I was talking about. There might be things on one side that just affect something else that's completely different. Not 7, not 7, not 7, not 7 because of that. Oh, is there a 7 down here at all? No. But one of those two is 7, so that can't be... Yes. Okay. One of those two... Is that true? Is a 7? Yes. One of these two is a 7. How do I put that on? I don't know. I'll remember that. So this is a 1. So this is no longer a choice. Does that help me with anything else, or am I back into a completely stuck position? No. That tells me something. I remember this. Hold on. This was like, that can't be a 1 because it needs something smaller than it. That can't be a 1 because it needs something smaller. That can't be a 1. That can't be a 1 because of those two. I mean, none of these can be a 1 because of that one now. So that's a 1. Oh, I got 2 numbers. 3 numbers. I've doubled my number. So that's a 1. So that's not a 1. Erase. Wow. Okay, so I just did something over there, which did something here. But now what? Good question. Good question. How many numbers did I just get? 3, yeah. Cool. That doesn't really help me with a lot. Does it narrow down some of this? So I know 1's not an option up here anymore, right? So for this 4, we've got 2 and... Oh, I'm still using the eraser. 2 and 6. Or 2 and 6. Or we've got 3 and 7. That narrows that down a bit, I guess. Was that meant to be a 3? That's a 3, yeah. No, it's meant to be a 7. What are we doing? 7? Yeah. Six, 2, 7, 3, 2, 6, 7, 3, 7. Okay, so I narrowed down 1 set from here. Even when I make progress, I don't end up like solving much. I just end up back at a different dead end. Six, 7, 2, 3, 2, 3, 6, 7. What does that tell me about any of this? So that's going to be... wait, that can't be 5. Oh, in fact, I can narrow more down from there, can't I? Because I removed the 1s, so yeah, the 5s can go as well. So this is 6, 7, 3, 2. So is that 6, 7, 3, 2. What does that mean? That means 6 or 7's up here, but then the other 6 could be down here. So like if that was, let's say that was 7, this could be 6, and that would be 2. And that would be 3. But it does mean that this entire thing, still on the eraser, this is a similar thing. This is 6, well, 2, 3, 6, 7. I can't really read that at all. They're all in there, right? They have to be, yes. So that means, okay, that gives me these 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's exactly what I thought. 5, 4. This is cool. 2 more numbers. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is my breakthrough. Maybe this is going to cascade back down again. Well, that can't be a 4 anymore. So this is a 3 or a 5. That can be a 4 though. It's outside the thing. Yeah, now what? Now what? So no 4's not there. Does that affect any of these 2? Well, yeah, if that's 3. What is that? 5, 5, 3. So I want numbers less than 5. So that doesn't affect this actually. Does it affect this? Numbers more than 3. No, because I've removed the number between the two ends of the range. So it doesn't affect that. Does it mean that none of these are 4? Does that help? None of those are 4. That could be 4. If that's 3 or 2, does that affect this thing? Yes, it absolutely does. Okay. 3 or 2, something bigger than it. So it's at least 3. So 3 isn't an option anymore. 5 and 6 are, though. Why is 7 not here? Because 7 and 1 are covered by this. Okay. So, yep. 7 is not here. This is 5 or 6, which means, does that mean something about this? Well, if that were 5, that could be 6 and then 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, that'd be fine. Was that if it was 5? Yes. If it was 6, then that could be 5, 4, 3, 2, or whatever. What does that mean about this one? So it's between 2 and 6, basically. Wait, so if this were 2, this could be 3, 4, or 5. Yeah. Quite a few options. But if that were 3 and that were 5, then that would have to be 4. Is there any issue with that? If that were 3 and that were 5 and that were 4? Three, 5, 4. These 3, 4, and 5 are gone. So these would have to be 6 or 7. 3, 4, and 5 would be gone. So all those would be gone. So that'd have to be 6. So that'd have to be 7. 7, 6. But that's okay. Yeah, I'm really expecting this to like suddenly propagate back again somehow. Somehow. What is this puzzle? If that was 6, this would have to be 7. So that would have to be 1. That would have to be 7. That would have to be 6, 2, or 3. It couldn't be 2, because then that would have to be 6, and that would hit that 6 that I just put there. But still a bunch of other options it could be. Can I figure out whether it's 6 and 3 or 7 and 2? No, that's not those. Can I figure out whether it's 6 and 2 or 7 and 3? That's the two options here. 6 and 2, 7 and 3. What would be the problem with either of those? If this were, let's put it in. Let's do some colors. 6 and 2. What happens then? That means this pair is 7 and 3. Either way round still. This doesn't do a whole lot. I don't like it. I don't like it. 3, 5, 2, 3, 4. 5, 4, 6. What have I learned? What can I propagate back this way at all, if anything? Or can I figure out anything else down here? Like, well, no, that's a 1, so this is any number greater than 1. I basically already knew that. So there's these greater than signs, right? So that means there needs to be something smaller. Well, okay, that's what I already did. So those weren't 1, yeah. Yep. I know that's not a 7. Does that help me at all? I also know that these are not 7s either. Not 7, not 7, not 7. How do I know that's not 7? Oh, yep, because of this, yep. Yep, but I've already got a 7 in there, so why am I caring about this? I guess that means there's a 7 here, here, or here. A 7 can't go there, because it has to have something bigger than it. Can't go there, so that's a 7. Wow. I'm doing stuff. That's a 7. What's that do? What does that do? How does it help me? It narrows this down to only 5 numbers. Kinda. Sure, okay, so 7's crossed off from there. 7's also crossed off from here. Can I find out any of these other numbers on this row? So we need 2 more numbers that are smaller than something else. So they're at least 6 or less. At most 6, I mean. But they're not 4 and 7. So that means they're 1, 2, 3, 5, or 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, or 6 for these two. One, two, three, 5, or 6. So now I've got a 7 there, because that's 7. That doesn't help. If I could figure out that there's a 4 here, that would cut out 4s from here and 4s from here, and then that would definitely be a 4. If only. I can't do that right. I've cut out 1s from there, but this has already got a 1, so I don't care about that anymore. Well, okay, but that 1 means that these are not 1. Could that be 1? That could be 1. Could these be 1? No, because 1's in there. 1 and 7. Hello? Hello? So these, not 1, not 1, not 1. Oops. Not 1, not 1, not 1. Because the 1's in there. I've got 4 numbers associated with... No, I don't have 4 numbers. But I did determine that this is... Yes, there's 2... This is confusing. Because just from looking at this, it's not that obvious. But because choosing the pair here affects which pair comes here, when we always have a 1 and a 7 in these 2 spaces. So therefore 1 can't go there. So therefore that's a 1. Cool. Every time I put a number in, I'm like, okay, how did that help? No, I just have another thing that could have a million different digits in it. Am I getting any closer to figuring out this 1 and 7? No? Not 7, not 7, not 7. Could be 7. Could be 7, could be 7, could be 7. All 4 of those could be 7, kinda, yeah. Well, there's either a 7 there or a 7 there. But yeah, if there was a 7 down here, then it could be one of those 3 that's a 7. How does that 1 help me? Does it help me? Does it help me anywhere else? Like, these haven't actually helped in this space, which is kind of annoying. Does it affect the options for here? Well, I knew that wasn't going to be a 7 before, but now I know that one's not going to be a 7. So basically I know it's not 7, 3. So what are the other options? 1 and 5 and 2 and 6. 1 and 5 and 2 and 6 are all still fine. 1 and 5 and 2 and 6. 1 and 5 and 2 and 6. Interestingly, if it were 1 and 5, let's switch colour again. The if it were colour. 1 and 5 in either order actually, so let's put them next to the 4. Well, not that next to. 1 and 5 in either order, then that's a 3. That probably does something else there. Not a whole lot. But it also means that's a 3. And that narrows down those ones I was thinking about before, I guess. It means that's not a 3, and that's not a 3. So it's either 2 and 1, or 4 and 2. Well, that can't be a 4 at that point, because that has to be smaller than that, so that'd have to be a 2. So that'd have to be a 1. 3T1. But I don't think I can guarantee any of this. So the other option is 2 and 6, right? Well, not those positions down here. 2 and 6. Doesn't help a lot. What are the other numbers that are going to have to be here then? Oh no, it's only 1 and 7 that I know are in here. There are so many times when I start making a deduction and then correct myself because there's like some incorrect part of that deduction, which is what makes it terrifying that I might be making a million mistakes. Like how do I know one of those times I'm just not catching myself? I might be wrong already. That would suck. That would really suck. What can I work out next? Come on, let's find something. 7, 1. So this is like 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so many things. Anything else we can work out over here? Getting pretty far with this bit. There's a 3 or a 5 there. Right, yeah. There's a 3 or a 5 there. Then What are the possibilities for here again? It has to have a number bigger than it. So it could be a 1, or a 2, or a 3, or a 5, or a 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. That's a lot of numbers. This is a 5 or a 6. Did I go through that? I think I did. 5. If it's a 5, then that's not there. 3 and 4, 3 and 2. Yep, that's still true. That's not a 5. That's not a 5. Still lots of options. Yeah. Yeah. If that's a 6, then this is a 5. Oh no, what am I about? It could be any of those numbers. 6. That's not a 6. That's not a 6. No, it doesn't help a lot, does it? If that's a 3, then that's a... I already did this recently, didn't I? 7. Then that's not a 3. It's a 4 or a 5. That's also not a 3. So 4, 5, or a 6. That's a 5 or a 6. We've got 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 5, 6. Is there something I can figure out with that? Does that imply 4, 5, and 6 appear in those 3 and nowhere else? But only in this case, where I put a 3 there. I can't think about that. Okay, how does this propagate? I already propagated one thing, the 1 to there. So I know there's no 7 here. There might be a 7 there in any of the... I already thought about this. Might be a 7 in any of those spaces. Yep. What else can I do with this 1? That narrows down that number. That needs to have 3 numbers bigger than it. So we've got 2, 3, 4 are the options. 2, 3, 4. Sure, let's put them in blue. 2, 3, 4. If it were 2, it would decide that, but I don't know if it is. And this needs to be at least 1, 2, 3 bigger than 2. So that makes it a 5, 6, or a 7. Yeah? Yeah. If that were a 7, this could be a 4, 3, 2. Yep. About these ones. There's no 7 there. There's no 7 there. I suddenly somehow work out something in here. I know that's not a 1, but it could be a bunch of other things. What was the situation I had here? I had a group of boxes that, no matter how I ended up configuring them, always ended up having 2 numbers in them, which meant I could rule out. That's evil. And it just so happened that me saying none of these are 1 or 7, and none of those are 1 or 7, that told me this over here. Can I yet work out which one of these is 7 or not? I think so. If that's 7, then that's not. Let's switch colour. If that's... Oh, I didn't switch colour, apparently. If that's 7, then that is not. It's 5 or 1. 5. It's a 1 here. That would tell me that was 7. Interestingly, 5 would go to 1 here, and 5 would go to 2 here, and then 4. Cool. If that was 7, nothing happens. So the only thing I can imagine is that somehow this isn't possible, so let's keep going with it. 1, 5, 1, 4, 2, 4, 2. No, I don't know. I'm back to being stuck. A familiar feeling. Less than something, less than something, greater than 1. The problem is these don't help that much because they've got 4 numbers in them. So like, sure, this could be a 2, it would cross out the 2 there, but so what, there's a million other options. Or it could be a 3, it would cross out the 3's there, but so what, there's a million other options. Something's got to help somewhere. Like I brought that 1 all the way back over here. Right, yes, because that's not a 1, they're not 1. So that is... Let's just write these on, I guess, while we're here. 5, 6, 7, so greater than 4. Yeah, it's just going to be, I'm going to shift it 1 each time. 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5. Right, it's 5, 6, 7. Like this can't be a 3 because we'd have to have 2 here and then, yep. So something else I can work out from the fact that these are 1 and 7, like up here maybe. I don't think so. So I know that's a 3 or a 4. If that's a 3 or a 4, then in one case the 3 gets crossed out of here. So what? But in the other case, both 4s get crossed out. Instead, nothing gets crossed out. Three, four, four, three. 3, 4, 4, 3, 3, 4, 4, 3. Fours here are done. Fours here are done. Go away. So there's a 4 somewhere in those 3. Could be there, could be there, could be there. If 4 was here, well, can't have 4 there or there because it's a 4 difference. Can't have 4 there or there or there, so 4's here. 4, which means 3. Oh my gosh. Stuff's happening, which means 2, which means 1. 4 numbers in one go. Hooray! That's wonderful. Okay, what does that do? That's going to do a whole bunch of things for me, surely. Okay, so the 4 here, what were my options? 1 and 5, that's still a possibility. 2 and 6, that's still a possibility. 3 and 7 is not. And I'd already ruled that out anyway. Okay, that doesn't help that much. But still, there's something happening. Wait, so 5 here? The options are 1 and 6 or 2 and 7. The 1 and 2 can't be here, but that's fine. This could be the other way around. Okay. But hold on, so I've ruled out 2 from all of this. Does that help somehow? Is that going to propagate over to this? That would be cool. Can that happen? There's no 2 in all of this. There's no 2 here because of this thing. There's 3 places 2 could go though. No. Okay, what about the 4 and the 3 though? Okay, we've figured out some of the stuff, so let's do that. So 4, it's actually scary seeing this 4 and this 4. I keep seeing them and thinking, there's a problem, but no, there's not. So there's no 4 here. There could be a 4 there. There's no 4 here. It's a similar situation. So those 3 spaces. Okay, what about 3? So there's no 3 here. Yeah. This is a worse situation. So how we narrow this down? What were the options for these 2? I think 3 was one of them. So yes, I think we're narrowing it down slightly. 1, 2, 5, and 6, I think. Basically, that's the numbers that have to be in any of these spaces. 1, 2, 5, and 6. Because we've also narrowed that down a little bit. It's not 2 anymore. 1, 2, 5, and 6. How can I find out any of those? Uh, 2, 2's not there, 2's not in any of those. If 2 were there, it would cross out 2 from there, but I think that's fine. Oh, does this affect that somehow? How would that work? Can I go round the corner? 2, 2, 6, 2, 6, 2, 6. I don't think so. I can't really go around the corner like that. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Down here somewhere. 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is 6 or 7, right? Yes. Which one though? And therefore these are, this is 1 or 2. One or 2, 6 or 7, okay. Seven can't go there, right? Because it needs something bigger than it, okay? So 7 goes there, there, or there. There, there, or there. There. Which one? If it goes in one of these two, it chooses these two, but it might just go here, in which case it doesn't influence that at all. Is there something simple I'm missing? Like just a number I can cross out somewhere? I don't think so. I've made some good progress this session though. Not terrible. Not been completely stuck, but except I am now. It's not ideal, but I've made progress. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, what? Well, okay, hold on. So this has to be a 1, 2, 5, or 6. Does that have any weird influence on this stuff up here? Let's say it were a 1. Okay, change color. Okay. Let's say it were a 1. I would cross out that. Cool. And we're done. 1, 1, okay. So that doesn't do a lot. 2. So that's similar. It's just like doesn't really help much at all. This is going to be 5, 7, 5, 7, 3, 6, 2, a whole bunch of numbers. 4, yeah. Can I figure out this now? Hold on. I've already tried that, right? So my options are, it's a 4, so it's a 1 and a 5. Is there a reason I can't do that? Is there a reason I can't do that? I think so. Not an obvious reason, at least. I'll cross out a bunch of 5s up there. The other one is 2 and 6. Is there an obvious reason I can't do that? Again, I don't think so. 2, 6, that would mean these were 1 and 7. That would be... no, that would not be fine. That makes this a 1 and a 7, so either a 1 is conflicting with these, or a 7 is conflicting with these. Okay, so 2 and 6 is not okay over here. In either order. And 3 and 7 is not either. So therefore these are 1 and 5. Do I know which way around they are? I know they're 1 and 5. Let's put that in. 1, 5, 5, 1. Either way, that kills off that. Oh, bunch of stuff's happening. 3. Therefore, that's the end of that. No, wait, it's not. 3, difference of 4. I forgot that there was an actual difference here. So difference of 4 makes 7, so that's 7. Difference of 3 is 4. Ta-da! That's great. That's 2. That tells me this one up here. 6. And 2. Okay, amazing. That was really good. Except I can still clean up a little bit. Let's do that first. 2, can I get rid of 6 anywhere? No. Any other tidying up to do? Can I figure out which way round these are? Can I figure out which way round those are? I think not, but they just did a lot for me. Right. If there's a 5 here, basically if there's a 5 here, that's the thing that makes the biggest difference. Maybe that does something. Let's just try it. So if there's a 5 here, then no 5 there, no 5 there. Implication being, oh, that's a 6, okay. Oh, meaning there's a 3 and a 4 here, so this can't be a 3 anymore. Oh, in fact, that can't be a 3 already. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, when I erase a number from a greater than or less than thing, I need to remember that. Also, that's going to be a 2 or a... Okay, there's a bunch of things I can do. 2, change color. This is a 2 or a 6. No, it's not. No, it's not just +1. What am I doing? It's a whole bunch of things. Okay, that can be basically any number greater than 2 right now. Anyway, since the whatever I got rid of from there is gone, 2 is gone from there. That means that can't be 3, because if it were 3, that would need to be 2. So yep, 3's gone from there, and that means this can't be 4. Right? Let me fill in that gap there, just so it doesn't look... Oh. Let's just redraw it. Okay. That means the 5 can go, yes. Okay. So, if this were a 5, does that lead to something? If this were a 5, that'd be gone, that'd be gone. So that's 4, that's 6, that's 3. So it'd be 4, 6, 3, 7. All of that's fine. It doesn't tell me what's going on up here still. Oh, that's a 1. But this is all just like, so that works fine. But it's almost bad for it to work fine. I would rather it didn't. If I put a 1 in here, does that do anything good for me? Not really. Wait, what did I do earlier? I worked out that it wouldn't be 3 and 7, but 2 and 6. Yeah, if it were 2 and 6 here, then it would be 1 and 5 here. Oh, no, 2 and 6. I've done something wrong. Have I done something wrong? I might have done. So what I did here earlier is like 1 and 5 works fine. And I was like, so the other options are 2 and 6. So that leaves 1 and doesn't leave 7 left over. I think I made a whole bunch of switches based on the fact that I left 7 over. Maybe? 2 and 6. That leaves... What's left? 1 and 5 left over. So there'd be 1 and 5 over here. So 1 would conflict with that, but 7 wouldn't, like 5 wouldn't conflict with that. No. No. I've made a mistake. What was the other thing? 3 and 7. 3 and 7 can't happen because of 3. Oh, when did I put that in? Was that later or? Let me undo. I'm going to try and not draw though, so that before all this stuff started happening. Yeah, this happened then, didn't it? So what was my reason for deciding that couldn't be 3 and 7? Oh, because the 3 and 7 are already here. Can't be 3 and 7, but it could be 2 and 6. Yeah, I messed that up. I was thinking that meant 1 and 7 would have to be over here. That's not true. If this were 2 and 6, then the spare numbers would be 1 and 5, of course, which could go either way round, can't they? Is there any reason 5 couldn't go there? If 5 went there, that'd be 6. That's fine. Yeah, that was a big mistake. It felt really good, but it's nothing. It's okay though. I did a lot. I got a lot done. Despite that not quite panning out the way I thought it did. Yeah. Oh, so I didn't get the 2 and the 6. Oh, and the 2 and the 4. Unless I've just forgotten the reason. Did I have a good reason? I don't remember. I don't think I did. I think I decided that this one of the options here would make a 1 and a 7 here, and neither way would work. Yeah. Okay, at least I caught myself in the mistake. That is the most important thing. Hold on, that can't be a 7. These 4 could be. That can't be a 7. That can be, and that can be. Yeah, okay, that doesn't know anything now. Okay. Oh well. Oh well. It's fine. It's fine. I'm making progress. One day, this will be done.